In this video, we'll show you how you can access all your data from remote locations via your laptop while maintaining all the same permission levels you had in the office using the CTERA Drive Connect lightweight caching agent for Windows and Mac OS. CTERA's Drive Connect is part of CTERA's Remote Work Suite, where CTERA helps customers overcome data distancing challenges for both branch office and work-from-home users. As we all know, the past couple of years have had a major impact on how businesses are operating, and many enterprises have had to readapt their working routines due to a major shift to working from home. Using CTERA Drive Connect means that you don't have to compromise on what you can access and what you can share with your fellow workers, even when working away from the office. And you can feel safe knowing that all the security levels and permission levels you have in the office are enforced. How? Let's show you in a demo showcasing how Drive Connect works. In the demo, you'll see how certain users have access to the same content, folders, and files from both the office and also while they're away, working from home, or traveling. The access to the data is kept with the same permission sets so that the users can only view the content that should be visible to them. Looking at the diagram showcased in the demo, the diagram shows that the marketing folders are visible to the user from both the office and while roaming, and the other folders, such as finance or HR, won't be. The content in the finance folder is only available for a finance user, and you'll also see that in the demo. Now, let's move on to the actual demo. First, let's look at a marketing user using a Windows-based machine, accessing the CTERA Edge filer. You'll see that the marketing user can access only the marketing content on the Edge filer. He can browse the folders and has visibility only to the marketing file, but he has no visibility to the content in other folders. You can also see how you save space locally by only caching the files on the Edge filer so that the file name and other metadata is visible but takes up no space on the Edge filer. When needed, just double-clicking the file downloads the content so it becomes immediately available. At this stage, let's assume that the marketing user has to work from home or is traveling and needs to access the same content while roaming. How? In this case, you see that the user has access to content using CTERA Drive Connect. After login, Drive Connect is connected to the CTERA portal where all the data is stored. The user can browse the same folder and files according to the same permission sets assigned by the administrator. Drive Connect uses caching, like you saw with the Edge filer, so that only critical or recently accessed content is stored locally to ensure optimal Edge performance, with file changes being replicated to the cloud. Now, let's see how new content created locally with Drive Connect is replicated and visible on the Edge filer within a matter of seconds and ready for the user when working from the office. First, let's open the marketing file locally in Drive Connect and add some content to it. Now, let's switch back to the CTERA Edge filer in the office, where you can see that the same content that was just created at home is also available from the office. Let's open the file on the Edge filer side. And, you guessed it, the changes made at home with Drive Connect are also available. Lastly, you can see that using Drive Connect, the user only has access to the marketing folder and not the finance or HR folders, making the home experience the same as the office experience. And all the communication between the cloud and the Edge filer and the cloud and Drive Connect is done securely, so you don't have to worry about outsiders accessing your data. Next, let's look at a finance user with a Mac-based machine accessing his data on the CTERA Edge filer. In this case, the user has access only to the Finance folder and files. If the user tries to access folders without access permissions, such as the Marketing or HR folders, access to the folder is denied, and the user sees an error message. Now, in case the Finance user has to work from home or is traveling and needs to access the same content while roaming, he can do so using CTERA Drive Connect. Like with the Marketing user, you can see that the Finance user has access to the same content from the Drive Connect. Now, let's open the Finance file locally in Drive Connect and add some content to it. You can also see that the Finance user has no access to folders other than the Finance one. And, switching back to the CTERA Edge filer in the Office, you can see, just like with the Marketing user, that the same content that was just created at home is also available from the Office. Let's open the file on the Edge filer side and see that the changes made on the Drive Connect side are visible also on the Edge filer. And remember, Drive Connect works on both Windows and Mac machines, so if you work on Windows in the office but use a Mac at home, Drive Connect doesn't care.